Greetings, beloveds. It's Chung Fu. I come to you today with all the children in my heart. And I say, please be kind to the children. And I say it from the bottom of my heart, as I'm sure you do. And yes, I do mean the outer children, but of course, that does include that child within you and all the impact that you will be holding, no doubt, and will not yet have been able to discharge and let go of entirely, though that time will come soon. So speaking of the need for children to discharge or to not carry the weight that is actually placed on their shoulders right now. Wondering if you are aware. I think many of you are indeed, and really protective of your children. To the point, I think that many of you are taking them out of the establishments called schools and are concerned with what is happening, and in some parts of the world, indeed, very justified to be not just concerned, but very reactive and taking measures yourselves to look after your children. Please be kind to the children. What does it mean? Because most of you who are responsible parents and have your families, you're busy. You know, you depend on perhaps the schooling system or others to also help you take care of your children, and you cannot necessarily be with them 24/7, which is why I'm putting this out to you all, that you may then also, in a sense, propagate this feeling into the world. Because when the adults are stressed, the children are beyond stress. They are at breaking point, but they can't show it because they're looking after you, as it were, figuratively speaking. And those of you who've done the work with me, you know how when you come to your inner child is so incredibly wise and is noticing with fierce focus what's going on with the adults. And the adults are all stressed, and the child thinks it's all their fault, and they've got to adopt different ways to adapt their behavior. They start to behave strangely, and they are in fact carrying a lot of stress. And then you have, world children who really don't have enough because of the lockdown and everything that has happened, bringing such a squeeze into family situations. And so indeed, you see, it's so hard to notice in what ways the physical children in your world are being impacted by what is going on mentally, emotionally, as well as physically. But these mental, emotional places can be very, very hidden. They can't necessarily tell you because you are absolutely up to here with dealing with what you're dealing with, and they know it. So they just do their best. Or they start kicking off and you can't understand why, and you forget, oh, of course, they're carrying the load with us. And again, going holistically into the whole of humanity, you might say, well, oh, it's fine in my town. I mean, it's fine in our village. We're all right. We're out in the country. We're not really experiencing all of this mayhem that we're hearing about, being told is happening in some places, and even if it is or isn't. But then you don't realize that your mental, emotional atmosphere is also getting invaded, not even necessarily by television or the internet, but just atmospherically by actual bombardment of the etheric and astral planes. The mental etheric, the lower etheric, and the emotional astral planes are being bombarded by the content that you could say is like the detritus of all the hearts and minds dealing with all the information and all the stress coming off and all the uncertainty and all the, where are we going to find our next meal? How are we going to build our business back? And the panic is literally thick in the astral atmosphere all over the world, whether that is about your country or a country far away. It's one world, beloved. It's one environment. Every environment is affecting the other, even if, well, my country's all right, that country's in a lot of trouble. I'm glad I don't live there. Oh, don't fool yourself. It's all affecting all of you and the children. So just take a breath, beloveds. You may have children, which of course this is especially for you. And you may not have children, in which case it's still especially for you, especially because you don't have them. And so you can give a lot. And do understand whether you do or don't have children, the children of the world belong to all of you. All of you. Because they are the next generation and they inherit everything you make. So first of all, take a big breath, because some of you may react to that statement. I chose not to have children. I knew what was going to happen, so I chose not to have. No. Well, yes, I hear you. And also, maybe one of your thoughts was also there are going to be a lot of children that are going to need looking after. And you're so right. Millions of children who are not looked after. That's right. So take a breath with that statement. Just take a big breath. And open your heart, beloveds, because it's all right. They were born knowing that was their journey, even if they don't know it consciously now. Their spirits are awake and aware, and they are the generation coming forward to create a new earth. Take a big breath and have a look out of your mind's eye. See starving children, and see emotionally starving children, and see mentally suppressed children, and see politically indoctrinated children, and see all kinds of abused and abandoned children. And take another big breath. Get your arms really big. Get your big goddess God arms out. And know that you are part of this wondrous chain of creation, ongoing, never-ending, here upon the earth. And even when finally the earth no longer is upon another earth, ongoing, soul evolution. And your children, the earth's children, they're your children. And just breathe a little into that. If you're not a parent, I understand that yours in another way. Whatever your job is, whatever your gift is, whatever you're giving into life, you're giving it for the children, as well as, of course, for your close family, yourself, your friends, your community, your beloveds. And now tune into your child inside. Big breath. Because everything you give to your inner child of understanding, of kindness, compassion, of tolerance and acceptance, of generosity and love, goes out to the children of the world. Because when you open your heart and you become the friend of your inner child, the supporter of the vulnerable places within you, the kind, compassionate, non-judgmental healer of all your places of pain and suffering, of lack, abuse, abandonment, rejection, when you work on yourself, beloved, the quality of your compassion of your spiritual light changes. It becomes a deeper hue of radiance that becomes like a juice, like a food that is taken out into the astral and into the ethers. And it is brought as healing to all the beings who in their heart and soul are opening and calling. And also all the beings who are surrounded with consciousness on the spiritual plane. And those energies are brought to them for their evolution. So every time you meditate, every time you contemplate the children of the world and open your heart and send your love, and every time you come within feeling your sorrow, your fear, your pain, your anxiety, and you work on it, you dissolve it, you shake it off you, you give it to the divine. Every time you become conscious of those places, which means with mind. You bring your mind and your attention to those places. That is what consciousness is. It's mindfulness. It's where you bring your awareness and you heal yourself, which means you become whole, which means you're embracing all of you. And as you become healed and whole, you're able to embrace so many beings. So just for a moment, beloved ones, again, come into that place of wanting to create unity, beauty, peace, harmony, compassion, love. As though it would be an ocean, a gentle Mediterranean, warm, sun-filled ocean of resource, healing ocean. And you could bring all the children in the world and babes in arms with their mothers or with their carers, and see in your mind's eye the golden love washing gently, coming through those beloved and beautiful innocent children, washing them through with kindness, gentleness, cleansing through their beings with compassion, feeling those beautiful tears of the children of relief, of joy to know they are held and safe in the warm waters of goddess love, the waters of compassion within your heart. And maybe there are some special children, your children, a neighbor's children, family children, friends' children. Maybe there are special children in some very oppressed countries that you want to bring in specially close to you. Hold them, play with them in the water, laugh and lift them up, jump and splash and bring joy to their hearts, saying, I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. As as you hold them in your arms, perhaps one at a time, and just say it once to each one, as many as you like. For the divine light comes through your mantra, your prayers, your chanting, your love. And we who are the spirit beings, who come to hold all souls and who see the suffering of the children, we bring you our gratitude. We bring you our blessings. As the love flows eternally and infinitely from the source. Bringing blessings to all beings. Blessings and peace to you.
Yeah. Peace, Chung Fu. That was deep and powerful. And I know for myself, it definitely brought up a lot of feelings, a lot of challenging feelings. And I myself am not a father yet, but definitely felt the father in me coming forward with a lot of compassion for all the children that I do see struggling in my own town of Glastonbury. And yeah, I know that many who will hear this will definitely feel, many things. And that brings me to just let you know, all the beautiful beloveds coming forward on the Chung Fu channel, that we do have a Facebook group called Students of Chung Fu on Facebook. So do come and find us if you want to join in the discussions, and we can talk about some of these subjects on Facebook. We're also going to be creating a private membership platform as well, where we will go deeper into many other subjects. So come and find us. I am currently moderating that group on Facebook, and I'm a beginner with running a Facebook group, so it's getting better all the time. But yeah, come and get involved and come and speak your heart and your mind and your feelings. There's other beloveds also in the group that can bring their love and their thoughts forward as well. So great love, and thank you for coming and being with us today. Blessings and peace.
Blessings and peace.